Well, what's up, gang? Thanks for tuning back into the channel. So I pulled an audible on myself this evening. Was not supposed to be here tonight. I had another spot, completely different lake, but I got to be honest with all of you folks. I pretty much check every single week if this particular spot is open. I personally think this is the best spot in the state of Texas that I've been to, at least, and I've been to quite a few parks. This spot is absolutely gorgeous, guys. It is 70 degrees outside, not a cloud in the sky, water is glass out there, and I've got the view of the entire lake. So I am at Ray Roberts. I'm not going to tell you the site number because I'm going to keep it a secret. This is all my, just kidding. I'm in site 139. You guys, 139, 138, and 137 here at this park. If you are in the area, I can't recommend these three sites enough. We're gonna have an incredible evening. This is kind of part 2 of my 3-part series of the CanCooker dinner / recipes and e-bike that is going to eventually lead to a pretty cool Christmas video. I don't think I could have picked a better spot for this episode, guys. I'm gonna take you for a little walk around the actual campsite. I've got a good dinner planned and we're just gonna hang out. Unfortunately, we're still in a burn ban. I'm in Denton County, and the lady at the front told me that Denton County is the only county around this area that is still on a burn ban. They come and check it every Tuesday, and apparently this lake area is still too dry. So we can't have a real campfire, but I've got a remedy for that. We're still gonna have a fire down there by my chair, and it's gonna be a great evening. So I think we're gonna have one of those harvest moons. I believe that's what it's called. This morning it was absolutely gigantic, so probably not a great time lapse because it's gonna look like the sun in the middle of the night, but I'm hoping we're gonna get a view of that super giant moon coming down across the lake tonight. But guys, let me kind of take you for a walk of this beautiful, amazing campsite. And I've kind of gone ahead and done all the dirty work. I've got my tent up. This is gonna be the bike I'm gonna show you. And while I have it in the sun, guys, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this paint job. It's like a bass boat finish, that glitter. I know. It's stupid, but I like the color. It's silver. This is from EUYBIKE, but we're going to be taking a ride on that thing because I think it's pretty cool. But check out this site. So you got to come down these stairs, and you've kind of got your own private little area right here on the lake. It's so peaceful out here, so pretty. Honestly, it's fantastic out here. See how smooth that lake is. You can't get a better spot. It's a little busier out here for a weekday little adventure. I'm kind of surprised. I guess the weather's absolutely perfect. We do have a huge cold front coming in next week, so maybe that's kind of driving some people out here this week to go ahead and get their camping in before it turns cold. Me personally, I can't wait until it turns cold. I did not bring, it's gonna get down into the 40s tonight. I don't have a diesel heater, but I did bring an electric blanket that I'll be using for a little bit of warmth, but I think we'll be fine. But I just can't get over this view. It is stunning. I didn't get everything fully set up, so I'm gonna put you back on the tripod and kind of get the 2% left that I have not done, get that finalized, and then we're gonna have ourselves a fantastic evening. So I had to kind of bring my bigger cooler for dinner tonight, and we're hoping it's gonna be so good. My wife actually gave me extra chicken and a to-go container. So whatever we don't eat tonight, because I typically make way too much food, I'm actually gonna bring home in a little storage container for her. If it's any good, who knows, we'll see. And for any of those very few small amount of people that know that I have a second channel, this thing is a beefcake. I kind of like to bring out stuff that I review on that channel out here in real episodes to make sure that it works before I take it on that channel and either give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'm a big Bluetti fan. Obviously, you guys know that. I have a lot of Bluetti. This one, I believe, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Bluetti's most popular, most sold power station they have ever produced. There's gonna be a lot of people that disagree with me, but I think this is gonna be their most popular power station they've ever built. This is brand new, it's the Elite 200, and I'm bringing it out here tonight to kind of test it. So I'm gonna be using it for my electric blanket. Luckily I brought it because my pump for my air mattress is dead. I thought I charged it up before I came here, and I went to go air up my air mattress, and I got no juice. So we're airing that pump up. My mattress is still kind of deflated, but this thing is incredible, guys. Watch my other channel. There's already been quite a few reviews on this thing already, but all I'm gonna say, it's tiny. Before this, the AC 180 was, I think, the best camping power station that you could get. This is the exact same size as that AC 180, and it's almost twice as powerful and has twice as much battery capacity as that AC 180. I don't know how they crammed all that junk into the same form factor. It blows my mind. I don't know how they do it, but like I said, this thing is a beefcake, 53 pounds. So it is not light, but it's tiny. 2,073 watt hours. Guys, I remember 2 years ago when I started reviewing these power stations, a 2,000 watt hour power station was this big. It was the size of that cooler. Now look how small it is. So technology can be great sometimes, and that plug is warm. Man, I hope this thing works. But anywho, I'm gonna let this pump kind of air up so I can get my mattress inflated, get all my bedding done up there. But I think that's pretty much it for setup. Yeah, guys, I think I'm just gonna sit here on the back of my tailgate and just admire this view for a second. I'm so tempted on one of these episodes to do one of those, I think they call them ASMR type videos, where it's just, I don't speak a word the entire video. Some of y'all might love that. I don't know if that's the thing or not, but this is one of those spots where I could literally just not talk the entire episode and just let the sound of the lake, wind, bees buzzing in my ear, just let that happen. I think that would be kind of fun. I don't know if any of y'all would like that or not, but this would be one of those sites where I could just completely detox and not say a word for 8 hours. Believe it or not, that's easy for me to do. All right, gang, let's go over this bike. So, oh, I hope nobody saw that. I was going through my truck and my daughter left her pink cowboy hat. It was hat day at school. And I dropped them off this morning, and obviously she didn't take it with her, but I gotta somehow figure out how to get this as the thumbnail. But I gotta hurry up and take it off before anybody sees me. So guys, remember at the end of this 3 little episode, there's gonna be a pretty big special surprise, but I wanted to show you 3 completely different style e-bikes, kind of all within the same budget, but 3 completely different styles. This one, my first bike that I showed you had 26-inch by 4-inch tires. It was a big, massive bike. This particular bike from EUYBIKE is a folding bike, so it does have a thumb screw down here in the middle of the frame where you can actually unscrew it. Well, let me just show you. So you can unscrew this little thing right here. These folding bikes are meant to be easier packable, okay? So you can unscrew that. And this bike technically folds up, just like so. It weighs 80 pounds. I'll be honest, I don't think folding it up makes it any easier, especially in my case, because I've got the tent. This still wouldn't fit underneath the tent in the back of my truck, but it can fold up. That's why they call it a folding bike. But it's super easy to do. This thing is 1,000 watt. I wouldn't go anything less than 1,000 watts if you're gonna get an e-bike. I think anything less than that, you get a slight hill, you're gonna be done. It's not gonna go anywhere, but this does have a 1,000 watt brushless motor in the rear. You've got massive 180 millimeter hydraulic brakes, front and rear. It's got suspension up front. You can lock it out if you don't want it to be real bouncy. You can lock that suspension fork out to where, you know, it doesn't give anything. You got suspension on the rear. And one thing I did do on this bike, I took the fenders off. It does have a really heavy duty metal kind of carrier plate that goes over this rear tire. I took it off because I think it looks dorky, but it does have one. I think it holds about 50 pounds, so you can use it to transport things, but I took them off. I think fenders on e-bikes look stupid, and I don't mind if they spit up a little dirt on me. I just don't like the looks of fenders. So, and I did take off the seat and replace it with this cheap little $20 kind of normal seat. It comes with a huge, super massive dorky seat. I took that off, put kind of a normal seat on it. And then up front, you got a really cool giant LED headlight. It's just a pretty sweet bike. And the color scheme on this thing, I think looks fantastic. It's got that silver dark gray with the kind of the bass boat sparkly metal finishes, but it's just a pretty slick little bike. So we're gonna take it around the lake here. Let's go down to the marina, see if anything is happening down there before we come back up here and start our fantastic dinner that I have planned for everyone. So let's take a ride, I guess. And a few more odds and ends, guys. This has a 48 volt removable 25 amp hour battery. So this battery is actually bigger than that 2500 watt e-bike that I had out last week. That bike had a 23 amp hour. This has got a 25 amp hour. And when you fold it, you can stick a key back here and pull that battery out for safety if you don't want to keep your battery in your bike, because that's what people steal the most, are batteries. So it's good you can take this thing out. But get a closer look at this. Oh, I forgot to take my transport straps off. So we'll get these taken off and then hop on her and go for a ride around this gorgeous lake. Let's get this thing cut on. So it does just have a monochrome display, but here in the sun you can see where this sometimes is a benefit because it's actually easier to see than if it was just a colored OLED type display. I can see this much easier there in the sunlight than if this was a black screen with colored LEDs. So I don't necessarily mind that. You've got your typical 5 pedal assist modes, which is each going to incrementally update or increase your speed on your twist throttle over here. So this is a twist throttle bike. You got 8-speed Shimano gears. Let's get this light cut on, see what it looks like. Probably won't be able to tell here in the sun, but pretty cool little headlight. Keys to lock it that I still have zip tied there. And I do have this set to where you can just use throttle only. You don't have to don't actually have to pedal. So let's give it a go, guys. I'm in pedal assist 5 for max. But we're just gonna give this a little twist. And let's go this way. 28 miles per hour max on this thing. But easily cruising 15 miles an hour here. It's got about a 50-mile range. If you're just going to slightly use pedal assist. Of course, the more pedal assisting that you do, the better the range. So I don't really like to give mileage range on these types of things because it's so dependent on how you actually ride it. But with these handlebars the way they are, this BMX style, it almost feels like you're motorcycle-esque posture riding it. It feels pretty cool. So let's give it some gas. There's 25 miles an hour, 27, 28, 29. Got a big hill coming up here. Let's see how it does. No pedal assist. And this suspension is great, guys. I can't even feel any of these bumps, but all right, we got to around 14 miles an hour going up that hill. Now we're gonna go down here to the marina. I like this twist throttle more than a thumb throttle. My thumbs tend to get a little tired when you have to sit there and hold it. There's a ton of deer. You guys might not be able to see them, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 deer. I see 1 buck, the rest doe. He's been busy. Oh, there's one up there too. I don't know if you guys can, there you go. All right, not much going on down here at the marina. Man, this thing's got some torque to it though, that's for sure. So no throttle, that's pedal assist. And that gets up and goes pretty quickly. Yeah, that stops really nice too. Brake rotors really help stop this thing pretty quickly. So trying to do this one-handed, but that's how easy this bike is to ride. I'm not going fast, I'm only going 17 right now. No cars behind me, we're good to go. I'm going up a pretty big hill, 21 miles an hour. But with this thing being a little bit easier to pack away, put in the back seat of your truck, back seat of your car, maybe if it's big enough, that's what's good about the folding part of it, as opposed to the bike that I had last week, which is a massive bike. It's more powerful, but it is a lot harder to kind of transport. So let's go down here. All right, get out of the way of the car. So just in case you guys, you know, are fairly new to e-bikes, the pedal assist with the 5 levels, if I go down to pedal assist 1, well, 0, of course, is no electric motor at all. Pedal assist 1 is gonna have a max top speed of about 6-7 miles an hour. So I can either start pedaling or I can twist this throttle and there, my motor stops. I'm going slightly downhill, 10 miles an hour. If I go to pedal assist 2, you can kind of hear it jump up a little bit. Pedal assist 3 is going to give me a little bit more power, and so on and so forth. So I can go back all the way to pedal assist 5, which is going to be max speed. And that quickly got me up to 28, 29 miles an hour. But I'm going to go down to pedal assist 3 because I don't need to go that fast here in the campground. And we are back home. This thing's really easy to maneuver. Some of those big giant bikes are kind of squirrely when you try to turn them tight and get around things, but this was a really easy ride. If I wasn't trying to make a video, I'd probably stay gone longer, but at least on this trip, I don't have to worry about it getting wet. We're gonna keep her parked there for now, but love the bike. It rides really well, very comfortable. It's not crazy huge. It's kind of easier to move around than that last bike that I had. So kudos to EUYBIKE. Okay, I think we're good now. I'm gonna go air up my mattress. All right, there we go. I will say, guys, I love this Lost Horizon mattress. It is crazy comfortable. They claim it's self-inflating. It kind of is, but it's really not. That's why these pumps are so important. Because when you undo that valve, it inflates it a little bit, but you really need these to top it off to get it nice and, you know, depending on how firm you want it. But without this, it's pretty flat. So having one of these pumps is pretty important. All right, so I'm gonna unplug this cooler from my little portable power station that I keep in my truck. And we're gonna go ahead and connect it to the Bluetti, kind of monitor it, make sure it does what it's supposed to. And we're gonna get dinner started. I got a bunch of stuff for dinner. Lots of ingredients. Cooking spray, chicken, vacuum seal, pineapple, Caribbean jerk seasoning, banana peppers, carrots, onions, rice, barbecue sauce too, just in case. Honey, hot. I don't know. I'm a dipper. I like to dip things. So let's get all this down at the table. See if we can't figure out how to make this dinner happen. I don't think I've ever made a meal with this many ingredients. So we'll see how it turns out. But first up, got to coat this CanCooker with some cooking spray. I think this might be the best view that I've ever been able to give y'all while I cook. Now I got 2 bags of instant rice. you apparently just throw on the bottom of this thing. We'll see how that works out. I'm gonna add a few baby carrots. Not this whole bag, but probably half of it. Now we got pineapple. So this is chunk pineapple, and I actually need 8 ounces of the pineapple juice. Hopefully there's a cup in there. Yeah, we're good. 1 cup pineapple juice. We're just gonna throw all of these pineapple in there. And then 16 ounces of water, so 2 cups of water. See how quickly I did my math there? Yeah. One, 2. Then I'm going to throw in some mild banana peppers. You can pretty much just put these to however many you like, but I like them, so I'll put a few. Now, 1 full onion, kind of quartered, I guess is the best way to put it. I'm not gonna cut it up too small. One, 2, 3, 4. My pre-marinated chicken breast in there that my wife so kindly vacuum sealed for us. And this really is only 2 chicken breasts, but we just kind of butterflied it. Then we're going to kind of top it off with some more of this Jamaican jerk marinade. And this is what we're working with before we cook it. And these CanCookers are kind of, I'm sure you guys probably know, but they're kind of like a cross between a crock pot and a pressure cooker. So they do have a little silicone seal that goes on top of this lid. I'm going to get that seated, clamp it down, and we're going to get this thing cut on. And again, once I see steam, that's when I'm going to start my clock for 30 minutes. And all said and done, that should be when we're going to eat. It is crazy how fast the sun goes down and how quickly it cools off here in November, but I don't have any steam yet. I think I'm gonna crank up the heat just a hair. Because once I see steam, we got 30 more minutes. But I'm not gonna complain, guys. This is just absolutely fantastic spot. I've said it 8,000 times already, but it's just perfect out here. right, well, we've got steam. I can smell it. I can tell you it smells fantastic. I don't really know how this is going to turn out because I typically like my chicken to be grilled with a little bit of crust on it. So I don't know if this is going to turn out super great, but I got 30 minutes now, so we're going to set a timer and see what we end up with in 30 minutes. Hopefully it's good. It smells really good, but I'm going to hold judgment until I actually get to taste it. So my little lava box is working pretty well. I haven't used that thing in probably a year, but it works well when you can't actually have a real campfire. So, and I did kind of modify it to where I just can use one of those green propane bottles. I don't have to bring along one of those big 10, 20 pound propane tanks. So I probably wouldn't get a whole lot of runtime off of it, but it'll work for this evening. And 30 minutes takes a lot longer when you're hungry, is what I've learned. Well guys, I just took the CanCooker off the heat, let it cook about 35 minutes, says to let it sit for about 5. I'll be honest, I'm a little worried that chicken's not cooked as much as I liked it, but just check out that sunset behind me. And then when I turn around, if you guys can see that giant, well, it doesn't look big, but it's pretty big in person. I think they call it a harvest moon. I'm sure you guys will let me know what it's actually called, but it is a big moon tonight. But it's getting a little bit chilly. We got the CanCooker down there just kind of doing its thing until I open it up to see how that chicken's doing, but absolutely gorgeous back there. So really couldn't have asked for a better evening, so I'll let you guys know how the Jamaican jerk chicken turns out as soon as I'm ready to open that lid up. All right, moment of truth, gang. We're eating in the dark again here, but let's open this guy up and see how it looks. Tell you what, it doesn't look terrible at all. But the hard part, I got to get this chicken out because I got to get to that bag of rice, those 2 bags of rice. So I'm going to put all the chicken. Oh yeah, it feels nice and cooked. Okay, good. I was a little bit worried about that. Wow, that is a lot of chicken. Let's see. Just gonna bring more bugs around, but that's all right. This is a little bit ridiculous. I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's get some onions. These pineapples smell amazing. And then the rest I'm going to take home to hopefully let my wife enjoy if it's good. Let's get some chicken. Oh, you can almost like shred this chicken. That's pretty cool. Oh wow, it just literally just falls apart. Oh wow. Wow, that's good. Here we go, here's a better look, hopefully. I think it turned out really well. But I'm kind of a sauce guy, so I'm gonna put some more of this Jamaican jerk seasoning on it. Curious about these carrots. See if these cooked. Rice is good. Pineapple. Oh, that pineapple's good. That's got that Jamaican seasoning. It's got a little bit of a kick to it. Let's get a nice bite of this chicken. I'm surprised, not gonna lie. I didn't know I didn't know if this would turn out like boiled chicken, because that didn't sound good, but this actually has a pretty nice crust to it. I don't know how, but it's almost like it was on the grill. All right, gang, this is hot. I gotta wait for a second, but man, I hope that orange is showing up. But I'm gonna scarf this down. I got way too much food. I'm gonna pack what I don't eat away, bring home to the wife, and then we're gonna have a cocktail tonight out here by the fire. Haven't done that in a long time. Figured tonight would be the perfect night for one of my Texas donkeys. So we're gonna enjoy one of those here after dinner. Stay tuned. So I'm still not quite used to the darkness getting here so early. It's only 6:15, but it feels like it's 10 o'clock at night. So that'll take some getting used to for sure. But I guess it just means I get to go to bed early. But I'm gonna enjoy my Texas donkey. Actually, I haven't had one of these in probably a year. Forgot how good they were. Watch my dwindling fire. I think my propane's about to die. Then we're gonna head up in the tent, guys. Call it a night. All right, well, chores are done. Dishes are put away. Bike's locked up on the back. And it is pitch black out here, and it is 6:30. So, gang, I think I'm gonna head up into that tent and I guess watch a movie. It's so early, I'm not even tired yet, but my propane ran out on my little fire pit, so it probably is a better idea to bring a 10 or 20 pound tank. I just didn't feel like doing it. Next time I'll probably bring an extra little green propane bottle just to have 2 or 3 on hand, because it is a little bit easier to haul those back and forth than those big heavy propane tanks. But anyway, I'm gonna get up here in this nice cozy tent, see what kind of movies we have to get going, get my electric blanket going, because it's getting a little bit chilly. It's like 50 degrees right now, and it's just gonna get a few degrees colder tonight. So I'm kind of glad I brought that. I should have plenty of power, considering that I've got 2,000 watts. So I'm sitting at 97% right now. I don't know how much that electric blanket pulls though. It is AC only. It's not a DC electric blanket, so I'll be able to pull the app open when we get up there and see how much power that blanket pulls. But I'm gonna hop up in here really quickly, try to avoid some of these bugs, and we'll catch you up top. Well, we somehow managed to get up into the tent. Didn't forget anything down in the truck like I do every single time. And not too many bugs got in. So I kind of parked my truck crooked in this spot. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but it's because, and you won't be able to see it, but I've got my screen pulled down right now, and I can see the lake and some of the lights beyond on the other side of the shore. So it's gonna be a great night to kind of lay down and go to sleep. I don't know about sunrise. I don't know how early we're gonna get up. I get up around 4:30 normally, so I kind of find it hard to sleep in. But I got this electric blanket hooked in, and I kind of want to show it to you. It's pretty cool, but it's pulling 76 watts right now on AC. And let me turn you around. And this blanket, I've never seen anything like it. Like, it doesn't feel like an electric blanket. You can't feel any of the wires in it. It's some kind of super special nano technology. I don't know. I don't understand it. But the way that I have it working is I got this Anker power brick, power strip type thing, and it's actually pretty cool. It's got USBs, A's and C's on the bottom, and then 2 ports. And I just have that running out the window and into the Bluetti. And then this blanket has got this 100-watt power supply that plugs in down here to the bottom. It does have a little button here. It's got like 6 settings, and right now I just have it on level 3, but you can press this button and it gets all the way up to like 120, 130 degrees. I don't remember exactly how hot it gets, but I can already feel it getting warm. But the cool thing is, I also have one of these things. So I can cut the remote on and I can make the temperature warmer. So that's level 6, that's the hottest, and then level 1 all the way up to, you know, level 6. So I'm gonna keep it. I can tell you right now, I can feel it getting warm already. Probably too warm. So I'm gonna put it to level 2. But this thing's super soft. I don't know how they made it. I don't understand the technology behind it, but it's not like a normal heated blanket. I can't feel any of the wires. So it's a pretty neat little gadget. And on level 2, yeah, I'm still pulling 76 watts, but that should go down once, you know, once the coils or whatever's in this blanket, once it heats up. But over 2,000 watt-hour power station, this would definitely last me all night. I'm at 97% right now, so I'm not worried about that. But I don't think I could have asked for a better day. I haven't had one of these just really peaceful, almost perfect camping episodes in a long time. So it feels good to get out here at what I think is the best spot, at least in my area, North Texas. I've been to a lot of camp spots. This is my favorite by far. Dinner was good. It was fun to make. Something different. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So now I guess we're just gonna get a movie going or something, because it's really not my bedtime yet. So I did download a couple of different ones. Let's see what we got going on. I think we're gonna do that one. So we're gonna do Hunter Killer. Let me get that light cut back on. Gerard Butler and some other dude. Kind of like that style of movie. So, man, my toes are warm because they're under this blanket. It feels nice. But it's gonna be a good night, gang. Guess that's about all that I have going on tonight. So I'm gonna get these lights cut off. And I have a feeling we're gonna sleep really well tonight. Cool, crisp air, heated blanket. I don't think it can get any better. So, gang, you know the deal. We'll see you in the morning. Take care. Wow, let me turn this light off. I don't know if that sun, or I'm sorry, if that moon, it looks like the sun. I don't know if that moon's coming through, but I was not expecting to see that moon when I unzipped this. So it is 6:30 in the morning, and that moon is just above the lake, man. That is crazy looking. So anyway, yeah, good morning, gang. Zip this back up real quick. Slept fantastic. I will say, I think having the electric blanket was a lifesaver, because it got pretty cold. In fact, it is, I mean, it's cold for me. I'm in Texas. I'm not used to this. What is it? It is 40, I can't see, 44 degrees outside right now. So it's not quite cold enough for a diesel heater. I don't need a diesel heater yet, but the electric blanket, I just kept it on 2 all night long, so it did pretty well. Let's see what my, so I'm down to 62% on that power station down there. So it used almost 40% of power with the electric blanket, my cooler all night, and my little lights hooked up. So that's not bad, but it's a little bit chillier than I expected it to be. But the sun's finally coming up, so I'm gonna get the bed put away, taken care of, and we'll see outside and hopefully get some better pictures of that crazy looking moon. So we'll see outside.
beautiful morning, guys. Sun's just barely starting to poke up behind me. This, I say it every time, but that is not doing it any kind of justice. It's a crazy looking moon. Okay, we got a lot of putting up to do. So first things first, gotta get some coffee made, and I could have used a heavier jacket for this trip this morning. I like to use these electric kettles when it's cold outside, because that butane sometimes has a hard time keeping its flame when it's cold. It's not super cold, guys, low 40s, but 500 watts, that should do just fine. Alright gang, well what an absolutely gorgeous morning out here on the lake. You probably won't be able to see, but there's quite a bit of fog over there on the other side of the bank. And we got some fog rolling in here too, off the water. We got a beaver swimming. Let's see if this crane does anything. Nope, he turned. I heard that beaver flapping its tail all night long last night. But yeah, got the bike hooked up. This motorcycle rack works so much better, like I mentioned in the last video. A little bit more work getting it strapped down, but works so much better. But tent's put up, I got my coffee made. It's cold out here, so I'm gonna get in my truck and get some heater going. So gang, thanks for tuning in. We will see you on the next episode, which will be the third and final installment of this little series I'm doing. So until next time guys, stay tuned. And thanks so much for watching. Take care.